These are hawthorn berries. We saw these in spring, and these can be eaten. These are hazelnuts off the hazel tree. We've talked about hazel being useful wood, but they do produce this nut as well, and they're excellent for eating, as long as the squirrels don't beat you to them. These are loganberries. They're not very good to be eaten on their own, but they can be added to apple and other soft fruits as a preservative. They do have vitamin C, but here we have some sloes, available all the way up past Christmas. Used to make sloe gin. They are edible, but again, very sharp and sour. The blackberries. Just pick them and eat them. Many sorts of blackberries and varying in size. These are actually quite small. With burdock, you can tell that through the big leaves and a nice spiny balls. Great for chucking at people. But it's a good indication of burdock in its second year's growth. Pretty little white flower, and it has very fine leaves. It's called a pignut. And as it goes in, the root turns off at a 90-degree angle, so you can't just pick them and pull them out the ground. They need to be dug up. So I'm going to dig this one up now, and we'll see. So this is the pignut we just picked. As you can see, as you go down the stem, it gets thinner, thinner and thinner, and right by the nut itself it becomes very thin. It took me 2 attempts to dig this up, and as you can see with this one, what I failed on, you can see how it tapers off and how it goes off at a complete 90-degree angle. So it's a bit of a tricky one to dig, but they are dead tasty. The benefit of the pignut, you can never know how big they're going to be, from marble like this one up to a golf ball. But they can be eaten raw, which is really handy to eat. Elderflower, we can drop these white flowers into some hot water. Boiled water is allowed to cool with some sugar in it, and you can make an elderflower cordial. Very refreshing, nice. Later on in the year they get these loads of little black berries, very similar to blackcurrants, but obviously elderflower wine is made from them. Little rose, there's a few on here. And a flower, the leaf looks a lot like ash. Just look out for the thorns on them though. This is dog rose. You can eat these petals, put them in teas and things like that. They're not particularly strong flavoured, but you do get these underneath. Right here, this is where the flower is going to emerge from. These buds, and these are available all through winter, which you can make a tea out of. You've got to split them open. Split them open, remove the seeds and basically boil the flesh, which is a bright orangey red, but it's a good source of vitamin C in the winter. This is a pink hawthorn. White hawthorn's been out since basically early spring, but this is pink. It's still going over, and these flowers can be eaten, and the leaves can be eaten too. Known as the bread and cheese plant to country folk, because you can eat the berries, eat the petals and eat the leaves, but they don't taste anything like bread.